How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the What's Up Eddie channel, Divine Therapy Sessions. And of course, I'm the one and only Eddie. So glad to have you guys back, and these are my Divine Therapy Sessions. So today we're going to talk about knowing that you have a destiny and regaining and taking back that destiny, right? So this is something that I struggled with for a very long time, and sometimes I often struggle with it from a week-to-week basis. Sometimes I forget that the only one that's in control is me, right? And in turn, that means you guys. You guys are the only one that's in control of your life. No one else is, right? So everyone on earth has a destiny. Whether you believe it or not, God and yourself, or if it's too much to believe in God, as I always say, replace it with something that you do believe in. Because you got to believe in something, right? If you don't believe in something, that means that you have no direction. If you have no direction, then that's where you need to start. That would be a good place to start at. So when you find out what that destiny is, you'll have a better. You're going to be able to lay the groundwork, right? So oftentimes the destiny is something that's going to scare you. It's something that you're going to have to go through life for a little bit, right? You're going to have to get beat up a little bit. That's usually how it works. But when you figure it out, and then you get the bravery and courage to take the jump, take the leap into whatever that destiny is, right? But there's in fact a destiny that you and God created before you got here. This is my belief. This is what I've been told. And this wasn't told by a human being. This was told by something grander and greater than our platform. Someone with more knowledge, a being that has more knowledge than myself, right? I happen to call them angels, but whatever it is on the other side, the spiritual side, that's where I get this information from. Get clarification with the beep, right? So that's always a big one, and I have other videos about destiny or your mission, your soul mission on planet Earth, whatever that may be, right? Your life's purpose, what you're supposed to do here, and all of us are unique in such a way where we do something specifically that no other person can do. I have other videos on this, so I won't touch too much on that. But what I do want to talk about is regaining your destiny. Oftentimes, people with a grand destiny. And what I mean by grand is that you're going to make an impact. People who want to make impacts on the world, like I think about leaders like Tony Robbins, Sadhguru, what is his name? Sadhguru or something like that. I might be jacking his name up. Mother Teresa, to name a few of them, right? You think about these people that make impacts on millions. Let alone just 10 people's enough, right? But like if you're making an impact on hundreds, thousands, it gets bigger and bigger, right? And remember, just helping one person is just not one person. It spreads out beyond that because that person changes and then it affects other people. So the ripple effect gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So you can only imagine when someone who's affecting millions, that's a grand mission, right? Now, even if your mission isn't grand, it's still big because you're playing a piece in the cog, in the big cog. And that cog, I believe, is God's master plan. And that master plan, in my opinion, this would be a prophecy, right? Whatever you believe in, I believe that there's a prophecy, and that prophecy, I think, has been told multiple times in many different ways. But that's on you guys. That's my belief system. But what I wanted to say is taking it back. Oftentimes, someone who doesn't know their worth, and I resonate with this a lot because I didn't see the potential in myself, right? Oftentimes it's hard to see in ourselves the good. We often see the bad. And that's a downfall. But when I feel like when you start to evolve spiritually, you start to see things, and people point out things as well, right? But you're able to start giving yourself love. You're able to see your strengths, which I wasn't able to see before. And the thing is, you guys, I do believe there's an oppositional force. There has to be, because one of the laws in the universe says that there is like a yin and yang, right? There's a dark and a light. So if there's a dark and a light and you have a grand mission to change people's lives, there has to be the other side to this coin, right? It's like, I know people talk about this in different ways, but so I do believe that there's an op. So I do believe that there's people on planet Earth, and whether you think there's a nefarious agenda or whatever the case is, just know that there are people out there that are trying to. They can't, and this is what I wanted to say. They cannot stop a destiny. A destiny is in the stars, right? This is God's plan. This is the cosmic dust that I'm talking about. That's way beyond anything below that platform of the God force, right? The Godhead, which I think is Adonai. So no one can take that away, but they sure can delay it, right? Now, how do you delay someone's mission? How can you delay that? And then I wanted to point this out to people out there who are in the beginning stages of spirituality, because you'll start to realize a few things. And this is, I feel like this subject matter needs to be known, because there's people out there who are in opposition to your plan, to your mission. There's people working against you, for sure, 100%. And whether they know it or not, they're being used to do that. Whether they're envious, jealous, or they do have a nefarious plan against you, whatever the case is, right? Now, I don't want to spread craziness out there, but what I'm trying to tell you is that you will start to learn that no one can take away from what God has planned from you. That's solidified. But what they can do is delay it, or they can detract you from the plan that God has for you. Now, check this out. So, some of the ways that they do this is because I believe now, and this is crazy because I use crazy because it's hard to digest the information, and I know that there's going to be people that resonate with this. I believe that there is a battle, a spiritual battle going on planet Earth, something that we can't see with our own eyes. I believe that there is a duality going on, and I do believe that there are two sides to this thing. And I think the enemy's clever, very clever. They're the type of people that are they're in the cuts. They're not going to show their true face. They look like they're people who help, but they're the type of people that when the blinds are closed, or when it's nighttime, they stab you in the back, right? And the way that this shows up is, in a lot of ways, is like this. So I believe that they know these types of people have these types of missions, because you got to think about it like this, you guys. If we have birth charts, right, like zodiac signs and stuff like that, which is astrology. Now, if you think about birth charts, and this is going to be like this, I know this is hard for some people to digest, but if you're in the spiritual world, I know that you understand it. But I want other people out there to know this. You guys, there's things like tarot, there's things like astrology. Back in the day, man, I'm talking about way back, you can actually know a person by looking at their birth chart. Now, if that's the case, that tells you that there is something grander and bigger, right? There has to be. So if someone, and that means that if someone's life is charted out, so check this out, you guys. This is why I always say protect your information. I didn't know this, man. People probably have it, and they've probably looked at my birth chart. That's how they know it, right? But they can't stop it. They can try to delay it, and this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So what I'm trying to paint the picture for you is this. They can look, if you do have a birth chart, and it actually pinpoints and tells you what this person will be like, what their finances will be like, what their destiny is. And now, like, you can find this out through energetic, it's energetic through tarot. A tarot tells a story, and it takes a certain type of person, a medium, a channeler, an intuitive individual, to break apart these stories. Now, You probably sit yourself and ask yourself, the first thing that people say, oh, it's evil. He's talking about evil things. He's not a godly man. That's the enemy trying to stop you from opening your mind. You guys, you're sitting like sheep, and there's nothing but wolves around you in sheep's clothing. That's the terrible thing. And we all think that it's okay, but you're not okay. That's the thing. None of us are. So that's why I say it's imperative to have a relationship with God, because these people actually know more than you. Okay, so check this out, guys. I believe that the oppositional force knows what you are and who you are before you get here. And so they will do whatever it takes to stop you on your journey or to deter you. You could do that in a wide variety of ways. You guys, did you know that there is a divine order? And that did you know? Think about the song, I'm channeling a song by Kendrick Lamar when he's like, I got royalty, got loyalty. It's 11:11 on the clock. Portals are opening because I'm opening your mind right now. I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. You guys, in our DNA holds the key codes, holds it holds everything that you need. That can't be taken away from you. The only thing that you can do is give it away. Right? And oftentimes, these other people, the oppositional force, know it's a knowledge thing. They know more than what you know. But if you open yourself up to the divine, to the Godhead, to the power that's energetically there for you, that is free. That's the thing, you guys. It's infinite and it's free, but it doesn't tell you to have a relationship with God. Now, I know it's hard to digest if you're not a godly person. You don't have to be. You guys, my relationship with God has been an up and down thing. That's how it works. But I'm telling you, my life has gone substantially better. Most importantly here, peace of mind, where I'm able to get up and feel enjoyment, which I couldn't do at all in my life. But you guys, I think about the journey that I've had throughout this whole entire Earth 34-year experience. It's been freaking miserable. There's been moments of happiness, but it's been miserable because I believe that there's something more that I was supposed to do here. I always had this innate feeling in the back of my soul. I could always feel it, where I wanted to help people. I wanted to tell people, but I felt like I was in a place where I couldn't do that because of the things that I've done and the things that had happened to me. Now, I felt, you think about like this, you guys. You think about people who go through sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse, religious abuse. Now, I've endured all of that. Now, think about this, you guys. Someone has gone through all of that trauma, and you might have gone through the same things. Look at this. I say that this stuff does hurt and wound you, but you can come through and transcend through it. And when you do, you are more powerful because of it. What the enemy doesn't know is they make you stronger because they're trying to work against you. Too bad. Too bad, too sad. That's what I say, brother and sister on the other side of this camera. You are loved. God loves you. And with and in God's power, you will have everything that you need. It'll get scary. And you have to go off of faith. But that's the challenge. That's the earth lessons. This is earth school, man. You are learning. This is how you earn your stripes. I believe this is what it is. We're soldiers for God. The ones out there who are healers, the ones who are relaying the message, right? The good word. So getting back to it, as I went on to a wonderful tangent, your destiny can't be taken away. It could definitely be delayed, and it could be deterred. And oftentimes that happens in a variety of ways. That could be being with the wrong person, codependency, drug addiction. That could work with, I think about it like this, you guys. It's going to sound kind of crazy, but I believe if you're the enemy and you wanted to infiltrate, what is the only way to do that? Send people who look like friends who aren't friends. That's how the enemy does it anyways. Infiltrate the enemy, and then divide, conquer and divide, right? It's a war tactic as old as time, right? You think about Jesus Christ and Judas, right? The devil went in and separated with Judas. And all you need to do is find a weak person to do that. That's why you have to be careful. You need to have your third eye open to see in a 360 view, because your intuition is that. You need, brother and sister, you need to develop. You get to, but I think you need to as well. You need to know that you're not alone, that there's other brothers and sisters out there. I'm telling you right here, I'm one of them. I'm here to help you guys. I'm not trying to scare you, but I want you guys to put it on your radar. This is the thing that you have to remember. It's not going to be strangers. It could be, but it's mostly someone that you know that is more jealous and envious of what you're doing. My haters are the ones that know me. Some of them are strangers too, but like the thing is that oftentimes it's people that you know are the ones that are against you, that are working deliberately against you. That's what you have to remember. This is the plan, you guys. I'm going to give you a quick step-by-step process. Hopefully you got this far, because this information is so valuable. And this is probably like some of the best work that I've put out there. Okay, so when you know that you have a destiny, you guys, it's difficult to get to the place to know that you have the destiny, because oftentimes the veil is so strong because of the programming, the layered of programming that's within us, right? And the thing is this puppy right here, it could be your strongest ally and your worst enemy. You guys, I'm still trying to unravel the BS that's in here. Still, and it's probably going to take a long time to do that. I have other videos that talk about that, but so once you start pulling away the garbage, as I say, you start to realize that there's more on this platform. And once you have that realization, you'll get to the point where you have a destiny. Whatever that destiny is, there is no, I don't think that there's degrees of, just because I said grand destiny, or what if we deem it on a different part of the spectrum, all of it's important because it's on the spectrum, right? So you're going to figure out that you have the destiny. Follow that destiny with all you have, with every gas pedal. I don't care what you were doing before. Yes, you have to earn money, right? Do that, but give as much time as you can towards the destiny. I will tell you, when you get congruent with that destiny, magic will begin to happen. God will move mountains for you so you can get that done. You guys, when this happens, oppositional force will hit you, and it'll hit you strong. So you have to have, and I'll say this. So step 1, clearing the BS. Step 2, what is step 2? Step 2, I would say, is finding your purpose. After step 2 and you found your purpose, step 3, laying a map out for what that purpose is, what it's going to look like, and how it's going to go, right? Whatever that looks like for you. Step 4, so everything is subject to change. This is a hard one for me, because I'm a Capricorn, right? Or I think that I'm a Sagittarius, but I from my knowledge, I'm a Capricorn. So the Capricorn needs a definitive plan, right? And we like numbers. We like to go in a set kind of way, right? When that deters, it gets a little crazy for us, right? We get all rattled. But it's good to know that. And what the Army did for me is it helped me to know that everything will change. Because when you go into battle and the sweat's pouring, and your gun falls out your hand and the enemy's looking at you at the face, you got to think with your on your feet, right? Whatever it takes, it's like the whole plan goes out the window because your adrenaline's going, right? Same thing goes for this. I know it sounds extreme, but I just want to get the point across. All right, so once you know that everything is subject to change, it gives you a place where, like, if things change, you're going to be all right. It ain't going to jack you up that much, right? And I would say after you know all of that, it would be good to start to, I would say, put yourself in a place where you're doing like a 60-40. 60% of what you were doing before and 40% of this new stuff until it can start flipping into the opposite direction. Do you understand what I'm saying? Where it flips in the opposite direction and you're able to start doing more of your spiritual journey. I would say your higher ended journey. And when you get to that place, you guys, you won't need me. You will find the answers within yourself. God, once you get the language, see, that's the thing is, I can mess up tomorrow and I still got the language, right? I'm not going to, but what I'm saying is that the language is always there. God is talking, you just aren't listening. You don't know the language, and when you figure it out, that's the beauty in it. All right, guys. So I think that's a good, like, step-by-step basis of if you're in the early stages of this. And just know that there's nothing that the enemy can do that you can't do to yourself, right? That's what I believe. At the end of the day, you guys, the only way that you can fail is that you allow the enemy into your quarters. If you allow them to deter you and feed you thoughts, right? That's what people do. Look, man, and this can look in a wide variety of ways. Gaslighting, which I found a lot of people doing in my life. People telling me, oh, wow, that's not very good. You're not a good person. You guys, the most difficult thing is this, you guys. Oftentimes, from your past, you've done things. Everyone has a past. If you keep thinking about the past, that's where you're going to be at. But if you stay in the present, you're making a better future, right? But you don't want to be in the future too far because you're not in the present. It's a hard place to be in that neutral ground, but being in the present is the best place to be because that's where you get the best work done. But know that in the process of, I would say, finding your destiny and then taking your destiny, is you're going to have to get rid of people, places, and things that you love. Or that you thought that you loved, and you thought that they loved you. That's difficult, guys. I know it's going to be really difficult, but I need to get that information out to you guys. It's been on my heart. It's hard subject matter to talk about because oftentimes people are going to take that to heart. But hey, man, if the shoe fits, wear it. Message to the enemy: wear that shoe. That's the choice that you've made, right? And you guys, I say this, man: woe to the person out there who goes against the children of God. And the children of God isn't a race. It's bigger than that. It's a spiritual being. You guys, you never know when you come across an earth angel. You never know. So treat everyone kindly, because you never know if you're walking across a deity. You could very well be talking to God, right? How do you know? You don't. So that's why I say, if you are in the oppositional force, I feel sorry for you because, oh man, the song comes to my head is Johnny Cash. Go ahead and listen to it, because God is going to cut you down. And I think right now is a harsh time for the ops, because you can tell that the veil is getting lighter. You can see a lot more people awakening. And that means, you guys, that we're not alone. The stuff that they got away with before, they're not going to get away with anymore, because what they're doing on the other side, the things that we can't see, God's putting his foot down now, right? You will start to see the ones who are to be exalted are the ones that were humbled and brought to their knees. Aren't those the teachings of Jesus? The meek, the weak, the humble, those are the righteous will be exalted. The ones with pride and ego are the ones that are going to be brought to their knees. This is prophesized, you guys. Prophecy. This is more than what you think. All right. Hey, I'm getting a little deep on this. Hey, you gotta tear off the Band-Aid, man, and just expose that wound. You guys, it's at the end of the day, you guys, it's about love. Love for yourself and then love for others. The hardest thing is to adopt the process of loving your enemy. I'm still working on it. Still working on it. But I think that's all I got for this video. It ran a little bit longer today. If you got this far, you guys, I'm excited about this time right now, man, because it's like things are changing for the better, and I do believe that it's going to get better, right? And rewards to those who are doing the work, put in the work, right? Be honest. Be brutally honest. In that honesty, you will get your power back. God will exalt you. It will take some time, and it does take work. It doesn't happen tomorrow, or it's not going to happen in minutes. It may not happen in months, but you will have glory. Glory to be his name, God, the Almighty. That's all I got, you guys. I love you guys so much. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Holla.